In the shadows of immense wealth, some families not only hold on to their fortunes, but grow them across generations. Today, Elite Dreaming reveals the lives of the 10 richest families in the world. You'll see how these dynasties maintain their wealth and power through secrets and influence. This family might remind you of a real-life Bruce Wayne story, full of mystery and immense wealth. They control a whopping $60.4 billion empire, making them Canada's richest family. Their wealth comes from the Woodbridge Company, which owns the global media giant Thomson Reuters, founded by their ancestor Roy Thomson 90 years ago. David Thomson, the current leader, prefers to stay out of the spotlight, managing their vast empire quietly since 2006. But the Thomsons' life isn't just about their wealth. They have their share of personal dramas too. David Thomson once filed for divorce from his wife on the very day their son was born, and nobody in the media talked about it. This shows the private challenges they face behind their public success. The Thomsons also love collecting art. They own many pieces so special that they're rarely shown to the public. This secret collection adds to the mystery of this wealthy family. Despite their secretive nature, the Thomsons' influence in media and publishing is undeniable, making them a fascinating and powerful family. Have you ever heard of the Wertheimer family? Their story is a mix of high fashion and high drama, starting in the glamorous 1920s Paris. Pierre Wertheimer teamed up with Coco Chanel to create the famous Chanel No. 5 perfume, which was so special it was only sold in Paris's most fashionable shops. But there's a twist in their story. During World War II, Coco Chanel, who had connections with the Nazis, tried to take over the entire company by using the laws against Jews. The Wertheimers, however, were steps ahead. They cleverly transferred their ownership to a friend, keeping the Nazis from grabbing their business. After the war, the next generations, Elaine and Gerard Wertheimer, took Chanel to new heights, expanding it all over the world. They prefer staying out of the limelight, focusing instead on keeping Chanel at the top of the fashion world. It's not just about being rich for them, it's about continuing a legacy of elegance and style. This family is not just wealthy, they're phenomenally rich, and their story is truly remarkable. The patriarch, Mukesh Ambani, controls a massive $111 billion empire, Reliance Industries, which sprawls across everything from telecoms to retail. But it's not just business acumen that keeps the Ambanis in the headlines. They live in a $1 billion skyscraper called Antilia, right in the heart of Mumbai, which is as lavish as it sounds, with 3 helipads, a grand ballroom, and enough parking space for 168 cars. Their wealth started when Mukesh's father, Dhirubhai Ambani, who transformed a small textile business into a vast industrial conglomerate. Today, Mukesh's children are gearing up to take over, ensuring that this family's influence will extend well into the future. What really gets people talking, though, are the Ambani's parties. They famously had Rihanna perform at a pre-wedding bash, which says a lot about their region influence. Yet all this extravagance shines a spotlight on India's stark wealth inequality, making the Ambanis a family of paradoxes, immensely popular yet often criticized for their display of wealth. If you're captivated by the immense wealth and luxury of these families, don't forget to hit that like button. Now, let's talk about number 7, Al Saud family. The Al Saud family, the ruling royal family of Saudi Arabia, controls an astonishing fortune estimated at over $1.4 trillion, a sum that eclipses the wealth of many global billionaires combined. This wealth is largely derived from the vast oil reserves they control through Saudi Aramco, the world's most profitable company, which was responsible for about 10% of the world's oil supply. But their wealth doesn't stop at oil. The family's made significant investments across various sectors, including real estate, technology, and finance. They own stakes in major global companies like Citigroup and Twitter, and their assets include luxury hotels and massive infrastructure projects, which further magnify their influence. Their lifestyle is nothing short of regal, with a collection of palaces that boast bowling alleys, movie theaters, and marble floors. One standout purchase includes Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, bought for $450 million by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, making it one of the most expensive personal acquisitions in history. However, this incredible wealth is a big contrast to how many people live in Saudi Arabia, showing a huge gap between the very rich and the others. This difference makes people both admire and question their way of living. The Al Thani family, rulers of Qatar, command an astounding fortune of $335 billion. Rooted in their control of vast natural gas reserves and strategic investments across the globe, their influence stretches from the iconic London Shard to stakes in major corporations like Barclays Bank and Volkswagen. This wealth allows for a life of unimaginable luxury, with palatial residences and mega yachts like the Katara, one of the most opulent floating palaces globally, priced close to $400 million. The family's spending is as monumental as their earnings, notably reflected when Qatar hosted the 2022 FIFA World Cup. They invested an eye-watering $300 billion to prepare, constructing state-of-the-art stadiums and infrastructure. Yet their policies, such as the abrupt alcohol ban at the World Cup, sparked international debates over the nation's human rights practices. Beyond their public endeavors, the Al Thanis are avid art collectors and sports enthusiasts. They own priceless artworks, including Cézanne's The Card Players, one of the most expensive paintings ever, sold at $250 million. Their love for sports is evident in their ownership of the Paris Saint-Germain Football Club, illustrating their blend of wealth, power, and passion for global influence and cultural patronage. Who doesn't love a good piece of chocolate or a chewy candy bar? Well, meet the Mars family, who've turned these simple pleasures into an astonishing $94 billion empire. This fortune comes from well-loved treats like Snickers, M&M's, and Twix, plus a huge operation in pet care that helps the family's wealth grow even more. Starting in 1911, founder Frank Mars began selling candy from his kitchen in Tacoma, Washington. Over the years, the family's kept most of their operations under wraps, choosing privacy over public life. This secretive stance is a hallmark of their business strategy, making them one of the most intriguing families on our list. Their wealth isn't just in candy bars, it's in their actions too. The Mars family's influence stretches into the pet industry, with major brands like Pedigree and Royal Canine under their belt. And they don't stop there. They own some of the largest veterinary hospital chains in America. Despite their massive success and wealth, the Mars family chooses to live relatively modestly, a rare find in today's flashy billionaire club. This blend of secrecy and tradition keeps the Mars family fascinating and shows that sometimes the most interesting stories are those hidden behind closed doors. What does it take to become Europe's richest family? Just ask the Hermes family. Holding a fortune of $151 billion, the Hermes family has crafted an empire that spans from exquisite silk scarves to iconic Birkin bags, coveted by the elite worldwide. Founded in 1837 by Thierry Hermes, the brand initially specialized in high-quality harnesses and bridles for the carriage trade. It was the passion for perfection that led Hermes to expand into luxury leather goods, lifestyle accessories, and ready-to-wear fashion. Today, Hermes is not just a brand, but a symbol of ultimate luxury and craftsmanship, a testament to their meticulous attention to detail and a deep understanding of what the affluent consumer desires. Their journey of exclusivity includes the Birkin bag, which started from a casual conversation on a flight and turned into a fashion icon, often commanding six-figure prices. The demand for these bags far outstrips supply, making them not just accessories, but investments. The family's wealth is managed carefully, with stakes held tightly within the family, ensuring that their heritage of luxury continues to thrive. Their strategy of maintaining exclusivity and controlling supply has kept their legacy intact, making Hermes a name synonymous with opulence and prestige. The Koch's family's story began with Fred Koch, who developed a new oil processing method in 1925. His early ventures led him to controversial roles, including building oil refineries in Stalin's Soviet Union and for Nazi Germany, which fueled Hitler's war machine. Under the stewardship of his sons Charles and David, Koch Industries expanded enormously beyond its oil roots into chemicals, consumer goods, and finance, growing into a nearly $100 billion powerhouse. The Koch brothers are as well known for their expansive business empire as they are for their significant political influence, often backing conservative causes that ignite public debate. The family also experienced its share of internal conflict. A fierce feud among the brothers led to decades of lawsuits and mudslinging, reflecting the intense pressures within one of America's wealthiest families. Today, with Charles Koch in control, Koch Industries remains a major force in several industries, marked by both its vast influence and the controversies that accompany its wealth. At the heart of retail in America is the Walton family, whose creation, Walmart, has shaped the landscape of American shopping. With a staggering net worth of about $240 billion, the Waltons are the epitome of retail wealth, owning the largest retail chain in the world. It all started in 1962 when Sam Walton opened the first Walmart in Rogers, Arkansas. His strategy was simple: offer lower prices to get higher sales volumes at lower profit margins than competitors. The Waltons have reaped immense benefits from this retail empire. For instance, they sold roughly $1.5 billion worth of Walmart stock recently as shares reached a record high. Despite their wealth, the Waltons are known for living relatively modest lifestyles, but they still make grand investments, like Rob Walton's acquisition of the NFL Denver Broncos for $4.65 billion in 2022, a record-breaking deal at the time. The family, however, is not without controversy. Their business practices, particularly around employee wages and benefits, have sparked significant debate and protests. The juxtaposition of immense wealth against worker grievances paints a complex portrait of the Waltons' legacy in American retail and beyond. The Al Nahyan family, rulers of Abu Dhabi and one of the most influential dynasties in the United Arab Emirates, boasts a staggering net worth of $305 billion. Originating from the Bedouin tribes of Banu Yas Confederation, their fortune saw a meteoric rise with the discovery of oil in Abu Dhabi in 1958. Today, they control a significant portion of the world's oil reserves, cementing their status as global power players. Their assets include the awe-inspiring Al Watan Presidential Palace, valued at $475 million, and a fleet of 8 private jets. Not just rulers, they're patrons of luxury, owning the Manchester City Football Club and investments in high-profile ventures like SpaceX and Fenty. The family's lifestyle is a spectacle of wealth, with one member, Sheikh Hamad bin Hamdan Al Nahyan, known for his collection of over 700 luxury cars, including the world's largest SUV. And speaking of luxury cars, if you're fascinated by these cars, make sure to check out our next video on the Lamborghini Revuelto. See you there.